Yes, people, and welcome back to Chelski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Good to be back. Please hit that like button, so smash that like button, subscribe and share if you're new on the road to 300. And we have got a show for you tonight. And what a weekend of football. For some, it was pleasant. For others, mate, bro, the palpitations, bottle jobs, bro. Some guys, bro, Chelsea, Tottenham, what are you saying? We have to be talking about these guys tonight on the show. And listen, Calvin was in the chat earlier on, suffering Spurs supporter. But listen, we move because it's the history of the Tottenham, as they would say. It's the history of the Tottenham. That's a famous words from I think that's Antonio Conte actually. But yeah, listen, guys, please smash that like button, subscribe, and share if you're new. We have got a couple of guys in the back room ready to go and speak about tonight's show. A lot to talk about. And yeah, as I said, the weekend is a bit crazy. Yes, Mr. Scott, it's 5 a.m. again. Yeah, big up to you, bro. And thanks for tuning in, man. It's going to be a great show tonight. And we look forward to your comments tonight. Or in your case, this morning. And in the future. But listen, let me stop talking and let me just bring in my guests. So first of all, let's bring in Mr. Big D and Mr. Jason P in the house. Welcome, lads. People, how you doing?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
man. Good. Yeah. Couple of my Kofi said he's going to be in the chat. Ez is working late tonight, and Kunta Kente is still in the cotton field, so he might join us. We'll see how it goes. But listen, there's three of us here tonight. There's a lot to talk about concerning the weekend. As Calvin's saying here, Gooners, what happened at the? Mate, listen, we'll talk about that, man. We will be talking about that. Don't worry about that, mate. Bottle Merchants, mate. Bottle Merchants FC. Right now, yeah, we got shares now in a milk company now, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But listen, let's crack on. First of all, mind my manners, as I will do now, is go around the room and just ask how you are and how your weekend was. So starting off with Mr. Big D, with the yellow and gold. They need to be sold
until the club is sold. I'll get vexed with that thing now.
Listen, I'm gonna bring up a thing in a minute. So we may actually touch on your subject first. Yeah, but yeah, how you doing and how was your weekend? Big up, Junior.
I'm all right, man. Yeah. I am grateful for a duty wife that wakes me up when I do a double, man. Because man, I told you.
Yeah, you normally react when I said the thing out. I thought I didn't see the reaction there, so I thought, bro, man must be keeping hard enough.
Yeah, because I'd worked last night and flipped it quick this morning, and then we had some drama with the fridge freezer. We got a fridge freezer and one big unit. It's a big thing, so we have to empty it out for the engineers. You don't know how much food you got until you have to empty that thing out. You know.
D, can I ask you a question? What was Harry Maguire doing at your house?
I know the big fridge at that, the fridge is like nearly 7 foot tall. That's how big the fridge is, and we had 4 freezer bags, and then I said, man, we got way too much stuff. We got to start eating this food, you know. But you only know how much you stockpile when you have an incident like that.
Yeah, it's
so
bad.
We had to empty it all for the engineer, and so that was a drama. So I didn't really get much kick, you know what I mean? So and then I'm back in tonight at 10. But God knows, our things is good, you know what I mean? I can't complain. The sun is out, so that's good. That's good, man. Yeah.
It's not raining up there then.
Yeah, like last time, you lot had sun, I had that miserable way, and I said, nah. I'm moving back south in a heartbeat, but yeah.
Right, okay, we'll move on to Mr. JP. What you say, brother?
Yeah, man, it's all good over here, mate. I'm just enjoying the weather. Yeah. Looking forward to a nice game tomorrow. Dealing with Spanish opposition.
Sevilla. You got a couple of your players coming back as well from injury as well, which is kind of good news as well.
No, it's good. I'm confident. It's been nice. It's been a good day. I was just outside just a minute ago helping my neighbour. He was trying to pump up his tyre. We know one of them bike pumps.
Oh,
right?
no.
He's trying to pump up his car tyre with a bike pump.
Oh, man, that's hilarious.
That's good.
You look at it. What you want, brother?
I said, let me give you a hand. Let me give you a hand over here, man.
Let me go get my electronic one.
It's a proper thing. It's some proper things.
Well, I'll tell you what. Just going back to your game, that game that you played last Thursday. Listen, 2-0 coasting. I'm thinking. I mean, Sevilla. I mean, they were terrible.
Yeah,
they were terrible, mate. And how on earth do you come out away from Old Trafford with a 2-2 draw? Is unbelievable. And 2 own goals at that. So if you just tell me, just walk me through that game quickly before we move on to our topics for this evening.
Go on, Jason, because I can't even.
Jason looked like he was in shock. I think Jason's still in shock.
No, but do you know what? No, you see that game, the first half, it was like a breeze. It was a walk in the park, well, it was so easy.
Yeah.
I think we gave up a chance, if I remember surgery right at the end of that
yeah.
Because Bruno got booked, right? It was a stupid booking. Shouldn't have got booked for it. And then they said Bruno's banned for the second leg. And in my head, I'm thinking, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Bruno's been banned. We're going to deal with Sevilla today.
Right.
So the next second leg's going to be a nothing.
Yep.
Right.
Then the game in the end turned out to be a nightmare because I think what you can see about our players is they still got this mentality where they can switch off.
Yeah.
And it's like they thought the tie was won. They were lackadaisical in the second half. And then once you start inviting pressure, the first goal that we conceded was just awful defending from Malacia.
Yeah,
it was
terrible. Terrible.
The
guy, who was it? What's the guy? He's about 50 years old. Not really. He's 37. He used to play for Man City. What's the guy's name?
I know who you're talking about.
What's his name?
But you know what they say though? The first rule: don't let the ball bounce in front of you.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
The guy lets the ball bounce in front of him, bounces over him. Now he's trying to react, and that was it.
But he wasn't even aware.
What's going on?
Who's the player?
But no, if he didn't let the ball bounce and he dealt with it, he wouldn't have to worry about the guy behind him. You've got rid of the ball.
Yeah. Yes, Kofi, we're saying, brother.
And
yes, Kofi. Yes, Jay.
Yes, Kofi. Yes, Kofi. The second goal, as much as I want to blame Slabhead, right? And I did blame him for just standing there because he's just there. It's like that one. There's not much he could. There's not anything he could do about that one. There's nothing.
Only Slabhead. That ball.
But listen, we have to agree that we changed the way we play with him in the team. Because Norms, we can't push up.
No,
like, we sit deep. We invite that pressure with him because he's scared of getting beaten over the top. Right. So he don't want to push up anywhere near the halfway line because he knows a ball over the top is running in treacle. He's actually running like like when Rio was in his last season. And his legs were gone.
Yeah.
Maguire's already like that now. His legs ain't gone, but he's running like his legs are gone.
Did you see him, D, in the first half? About 3 minutes in the first half, he got a booking.
Yeah, and I thought
the guy's gone. So he tries to rugby tackle this guy. He's got the guy
around
the neck, and then he's wondering why he's going to the referee. What?
Yeah,
it's
just and this is my fear that all these games and the injuries, and I knew at some point we were going to go back to Maguire and Lindelof. I knew it. I wasn't expecting the Martinez, the fifth metatarsal thing, because that was really freak. That was.
Yeah.
But the moment we got those injuries, I just said he's got no choice but to. I mean, where is Twanzebe, Jason? Does he even? I mean, it's like
he's another sick note anyway. He's another sick note anyway. But I think he might even get points because come Saturday, Maguire can't even play.
I know,
he's suspended. But I think he might
for the semi-final.
I think you might see him bring Luke Shaw in centre half at some point.
Is Luke still injured, or is he back?
He's back. He's back now. He's in the squad. He's in the squad for tomorrow's game.
Yeah.
All right. And Scott McTominay's out though, isn't it? He's out injured.
I think McTominay, Rashford
is back. I think Rashford is back in training.
Back. Yeah, I think McTominay's back in training as well.
Okay, right? They said that. I was reading today. They said big blow for Man United. McTominay
maybe I'm
out. You can check it out. But I thought.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Cause I saw something. Yeah,
he's made a miraculous recovery.
He really has to shuffle the pack for tomorrow. And you have to remember, Seville have won this thing.
They know. Yeah. They could do a mad thing. You know what I mean?
They're a terrible team, right? It's like they turn up for Europa League, but in their league they're absolutely washed. They're nowhere near competing in their league, so they have to win this to qualify for Champions League. They've got to win this tournament. So, for them it's like, okay, we ain't doing nothing in the league, but yeah, we have to go there and deal with it, because I think they owe the fans that. For that mess up and switch up in the second half, they owe the fans something tomorrow. And it's not always easy to go to Spain and win, but they got to do it.
8 games they've won at home.
Wow.
Seville this season, 8 games. They're not a good side. You saw that last week. They're rubbish.
But that's the thing. But as these say, though, this is just something about when it comes to the Europa League, they just somehow switch it up and turn up. Do you know what I mean? But we'll see what happens. But I'm expecting you to go there and win now that you've got Rashford in there, because their back four is so they're just useless, basically. Full stop. I mean, it's absolutely useless. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who's worse, Leeds or them. Well, we'll come to Leeds. We come to Leeds in a minute.
Yeah, and then Martial got to stay fit.
Yeah,
I think he got to stay fit because you see what the difference he makes in the way.
Yeah, and what he brings. Because I like the way he comes deep for the ball, and he's almost like he builds up play. So what he does, he comes deep. And the play sort of comes from him, sort of builds from him, because he set up. Look at the goal that he set up. He's injured, isn't he? The guy that scored the 2 goals for you guys.
Yeah, no, he's back. He's back.
Is he back as well? Okay, it's a bit
right.
So, fantastic assists. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to look at that and just think, well, like just a 2-0 up, you just got to stay focused, Norm. And it's that bozo thing that's still in some of them players.
Still there.
They just go back to type, man. It's like, come on. Yeah. It was,
Would you agree with this from Calvin Martial? Was done years ago for a big club like Man United?
No, I wouldn't say he was done. He just can't stay fit. And maybe his fitness has him done. But as in, I still think he's a decent player. He's a decent number 9. But maybe, maybe Calvin has a point. For a club like Man United, now needs to be going back to challenging for the title, the FA Cup and the Champions League every year. Martial probably ain't it, because
Martial's done.
And that's why I was saying sell him in the summer.
If you're top club, you don't want Martial now, because you need. He's got good attributes, and you see that in some of the games he's coming on, and his close control's great. He's giving his goals and all of that sort of stuff. Problem with Martial is, number 1 is his availability. If you ain't got no availability, you're not good to us. Right? You never on the pitch anyway. And the second part is he's too up and down, because he'll have a stretch. Even when he's fit, he'll have a stretch where he can give us 7 out of 10, and then the biggest stretch is he's awful.
And that's the thing. And for a team like Man United, who want to be going places, you can't afford to be having someone on there that, where you're going to have to be dragging.
And you know what, no? This will be my fear. If we win the FA Cup and Europa League, these players ain't want to go. They won't want to go anywhere. They won't want to be sold, because they'll be like, nah, where am I going? This club's on the up. But we know that on the up means that bare man. Remember I told you 2 weeks ago, 14 man got to get out of here. 14.
Yeah.
I know that's not realistic in one window, but with the players coming back from loan and those currently in that, at least 14 man got to go, and he's got to bring in at least 6 in the summer. But that's why I need Qatari. We need Qatari, Norms.
You need Qatari. We Qatari. We're going to talk about Qatari in a minute. We're going to talk about Qatari in a minute. But listen, let me just quickly just run through and just let you know what we're talking about tonight. We're going to kind of mix it up a little bit. But yeah, we're going to be looking at the Premier Review weekend and the player ratings, ref watch, a couple of dodgy moments in a few of the games that happened at the weekend. Arsenal, they've done it again. All right. Can the pool be late challengers for top four? And the other one is Todd B giving team talks and no bounce at the Chelski. What's going on? And the other thing is Todd should take, this is just me, I just added this one so you guys can see it. Todd should take a leaf out of Delia Smith's book. Get in the center of that circle and say, let's be having you. Because right now, bro, I don't know why I'm going with Chelsea right now. Absolutely abysmal what's happening. It's a mess down there right now. It's an absolute mess in that club. Absolute mess. Am I frozen or is it am I talking to us? No,
I'm good.
I think D, I thought, am I frozen there? No, not you. I thought D was frozen. I thought, what's going on, bro? Yeah, but yeah, no, it's absolutely crazy. And then obviously we're gonna be looking at the What's Going On Prediction League game week 30, and Kofi's made some little moves there. Man like Kofi getting the only point for that weekend.
Is it
again? D, myself, you, and Chile missing out. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It is what it is.
You're gonna find in the running.
Todd will install himself as the next manager from Scott. And your friend there, D, what's up? Is that in the building? What's up?
Yes, girl. Big up yourself, bro.
Yeah,
I saw at the weekend. I saw down at the weekend.
Okay, mate. Listen, well, there's a bit of a wobble going on right now. You know what I mean? I just hope we need to stabilize the ship right now. But right now, bro, the way Man City are moving, I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's it. Silva speaking out about him in an interview. All right. Okay. Yeah. A few people have been talking about it. Didier Drogba's been putting in his 2 bobs worth, and I'll see if I can find that article about what Didier Drogba said as well. The way Todd was talking, someone should give him free. What was that saying? I think we need Will Smith in the building. I think Will Smith needs to be in the building. Keep your right. I can't say nothing more. I don't say nothing more.
No, what's your thoughts on this about owners going into change room? It's very much an American thing, where the owners feel they can roll on the changing rooms in the sports and that. Well, I think it undermines the manager somewhat. Though.
Yeah, 100%. Frank Lampard said he didn't have a problem with it, but Frank would say that, innit?
Yeah,
you know, Frank, anything to
Frank's a puppet. Frank's a puppet.
Exactly. Yeah,
absolutely.
I was saying to Norman when we were before we came on air that I was listening to Wenger talking about this this morning, funny enough, and Wenger said that he used to have it in his contract that owners are not allowed in the dressing room.
Right.
And he says his thing is that when you're wanted by the club, you put whatever you want in the contract at that point because they want you, right?
Exactly.
So he always outlined this stuff out front, and this is what he advises young managers to do. Because he says, look, what will happen is if you win the game, the owner thinks it's because he came in the dressing room and gave him a good old talking to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then he wants to come back in again and again and again.
Yeah.
Because apparently when he went in after the what game was it? This is when they were in Spain. Because last week he come out and said, "Oh yeah, he's talking too much. Basically, he needs to keep his mouth shut." As you can see along the ticker, man needs to keep his mouth shut because he's gone out there and said, "Yeah, I think we'll beat them 3-0." Listen, man. So, Todd, shut up. Yeah, keep your mouth shut. Yeah, and do what. Well, I don't even know if he's doing a good job because right now the way his custodial management over this club is a mess, guys. Listen, let's address it now. Me and Jason were talking about it before you came on in the back room. D, £600 million spent.
Yep.
4 managers later. Yeah,
I know.
Not one in the last 7. Not one in the last 7 games. Yeah, I think the last time they beat was back in March. They beat Leicester 3-1 away. Yeah, in the last 7 hours they've scored 1 goal. Yeah, they've got a goal. They've got a goal. They've scored. They've scored less than they've conceded more than they've scored.
Right,
absolute joke, bro. Absolute joke.
But you see what Calvin's put here with Oba. Is he even in that first team setup? Has he even been on the bench? I haven't been checking for this. He's been on the bench.
Listen, so basically what's happened, when Tuchel came, right, Uber came from Barcelona, right,
to play for Tuchel.
Under Tuchel.
Right. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Then the madness of Todd getting.
You just froze there, no?
Mm.
He said the madness of you see, this is Todd getting at Norman now because he said, remember he said, Todd, there you go, bro, you're back.
Bro, I think I froze there, man. Listen, if my internet is going on like Todd right now.
I just said that, Norm. I just said that. Todd's coming for you, mate.
Apologies, guys. Is
it that BT internet you got there, Norm?
Edit that BT
Shut up, your mouth, brother. Shut up, your mouth. But no, for real. It's crazy right now. To think the amount of money that this club has spent to see them languishing in 11th, trying to get to that 40-point mark, which they just can't reach for some reason.
Yes, man.
I mean, they had a chance. I think there was last week when they were playing. Who did they play at home the other day? Brighton. And just let you know, Brighton Opta stats here. 26. This is the most shots they've conceded in a game at home. 26 shots. Yeah, they could have lost that game 3-4-1. Yeah, and the goal that what's the name? The guy that plays in midfield, and he played him last night.
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
Yeah.
Why are you playing Gallagher and Kante and a number 10? What is Lampard playing at? And then he comes out in a press conference and says, "Oh, for the first 60 minutes that you could see that's the game that I wanted to play." No, listen, Madrid weren't even in first gear. Yeah, they were toying with them. All they had to do was switch it up.
It's true.
I mean, did you see the first goal? I mean, what was the defender doing? Going to ground. Come on, man. Come on, mate. Schoolboy stuff, bro. Absolutely.
The thing is, you can only go to ground if you're Wan-Bissaka. This guy's made an art out of that. Yeah, I was on Shigs last night. I was baiting up silly.
Shigs?
Yeah, okay, I was driving up north, and then I logged in while I was driving. North,
Shigs. You know what? I might have to do, Shigs. I might have to send you the link and you get on the show. But let me tell you something, No profanity, We don't have profanity on the show. So keep it clean. I might have to send you the link. So if you want to pop on, let me just hold on 2 seconds.
Like Shigs, wearing that Liverpool shirt with pride, Yeah,
man. Hold on 2 seconds. Guys, talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna just find the link and see, and I'll send it to him if he wants to. He has
I think Frank, right? I think Frank knows he's got no business going back to Chelsea. And it's like anything. It's an Ollie moment, isn't it? Where they just can't say no, even though they know that they'll be out their depths there, because that squad's way too big, and the pressure that they're under to do something in these last whatever games they got left, 8 games, 9 games they got left. I just feel like Frank set himself up for a hiding spot because there's been no new manager bounce either. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's coming and it's like, it's Frank. He was there before. Especially for the players that played under him. They said he got fired. What's he doing back here? Because the moment you pull into Cobham training ground and you see, they're bringing back Frank, and you were there under Frank, you just say, this ain't going to work, is it? Straight away, there's players that down tools the moment Frank pulled into that car park at Cobham. So it's not
going to motivate no players, D. When them players are looking for a lift and they think, I know, Frank's coming back. What's that going to do for them?
Right, yeah. It's a shocker, really. Yeah, it really is. But
Todd's in the right place. He's just completely clueless. He absolutely agree with Calvin. Stevie G should have stayed at Rangers at least for another season. How can Lamps even motivate this shambles of a team? I mean, why did they go back to Frank? That's the big question. Why did they go back to him?
Money norms.
Money, but they
cheap. As in cheap to bring him back until the end of the season.
But apparently Enrique wanted to take the job. Did you not hear that all came out in the week? So he was prepared to take the job because he wanted to have a crack at the Champions League with them.
Sorry, just quick one there. From Scott, I've heard a rumor that Frank is bringing Ray Parler into the room staff for good vibes and party planning. Right, I've got Mr. Shiggs, a big Liverpool supporter. Listen, big up when he comes. So please, subscribe to his channel, bro. What you saying, brother?
What's going on, man? You good?
Yeah, man, we're cool. I'll see you in the chat. I see you for a long time. I was watching your thing yesterday. So yeah, big up to you, man. Yeah, hit that like button and subscribe to Shiggs' channel.
Thank you very much.
Football with Shiggs, man. But listen,
let's get into it. We're smoking that Chelsea pack. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it so much. You know,
some people say, I love this game.
I love it. Mwah, bellissimo. Like, I love it. Like, the fact that they spend all this money and they're still below Liverpool and we've had a crap season.
Yeah. 100%.
Listen, you said it earlier, man. Them man need to look over their shoulder because, listen, they ain't hit that 40-point barrier mark yet. And they could get peaked for them. You know what I would love? I would love, you know, when they get them split screen on last day of the season. Oh, there's been a goal. There's been a goal. There's been a goal.
yeah, these guys could be really in the mud.
Bro, absolutely. But listen, so, yeah, I mean, Jace, as we were saying, it's a bit of a madness with Chelsea, and I don't know where they go from here now. They're obviously what they got to play for. But as you said, we play them in a couple of weeks' time. Like Chelsea, they'll probably turn up.
Where is it?
At the Emirates.
You'll tuck them in.
We should tuck them. But you know what it is? Right now, Arsenal can't work under pressure.
Hey, listen.
We'll come on to that in a minute. We'll come on to that in a minute. Yeah, we'll come on to that in a minute.
It's been a great weekend of football, isn't
it? you would say that, Shiggs. You would say that, bro.
Hey.
But listen, let's just quickly now listen. Last week, in the football that was played on the Wednesday. Obviously, I'm not going to really go into it because we know what the score was there. And that was Chelsea going obviously away to Real Madrid and getting slapped up 2-0. And Todd going into the room and giving it large.
No, that's yeah.
You just need to just keep out the changing room. As you say, keep your mouth shut. As Will Smith would say, just keep your mouth shut, yeah? Or I'll slap you in it. You understand? And let's just move. Let's just move. You understand? And then we come to the Thursday game, and as I said, we spoke briefly about that Sevilla Manchester United game, 2-2 draw, slabbered. How on earth the ball?
They're out here giving birthday presents.
Second half gifts. Yeah.
I think you should go there tomorrow, and hopefully take care of business.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, take care of business. Yeah. Right. So listen, let's first of all let's talk about Manu. I just want to just share this because I know can you just explain to me what the red and gold means for you behind the back there, man?
No, the green and gold until the club is sold. That is it. That's the motto.
That's the Glazer thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Green and gold till the club is sold.
It's a great day. It's a great day.
So let me just read. Let me just read this statement. Let me just read this article, and then I'll get you and Jay to comment on it. So Glazer's confident of the Man United stay. And let me just go. It goes outside the investment that would enable them to remain at Manchester United. Owners ESPN are reporting. According to the report, Joel Avram Glazer believed that the potential for organic growth over the next decade could see the club's value double and make United worth at least £10 billion. Right, them man gluttonous, you know. Shares of Manchester United PLC fell 13% on Monday following this report. Bro, they're moving mad. And it goes here, the giant American financial investor Carl is in talks about a major investment in the club. Sky News reported that Carl is among a handful of parties that have pitched proposals to acquire a minority stake in the Old Trafford outfit. A bid deadline of April the 20th has been set by the Rain Group, the merchant bank handling the sale, and which oversees last year's $2.5 billion takeover of Chelsea by a consortium led by Mr. Todd Bowley, Extraordinary, and the Clear Lake Capital Group. So, people, talk to me. D, Mr. JP, talk to me.
Right, listen. In the week, Jason sent me an article, and about, and this is in regards to American sports. So there's a NFL team that they're in the middle of doing a deal with Jason, and the deal is going to be 6.05 billion, which would make it the biggest sports franchise deal ever.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right. Yeah. So Jason sent me this article, and basically, what my understanding is that this is a competition. These guys want as much, if not more, to get the bragging rights in America to say that they sold. So all this nonsense about organic growth and 10 billion, the other four Glazers want their money, bro. So unless somebody's going to drop them 4 billion to be minority shareholders, you have to remember this. Who's going to give you, Norman, 4 billion to be a minority shareholder in your company just so that you can pay off your siblings, right? So all they're trying to do is put pressure on the Qatari brother to pay about 6.5. Then it's a lie. We got 6.5 for Man United. We are top of the tree when it comes to franchise selling. So this is.
Let me ask you something.
I think it's clickbait. Go on.
Do you? And we're being serious now.
Yeah.
Do you think United are? Do you think United are worth that amount of money to be paid?
No.
Okay. You're only worth though what someone's prepared to pay.
Yeah.
Someone's prepared to pay.
Exactly,
Worth it, right?
And what were those the Saudi people offering and the other guy, the Ineos guy? Was it 4 bill they were offering?
So what the rumors are saying at the moment, right? So you don't know. It's all rumors, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're saying it's 5.2 billion pounds.
Billion.
Okay.
Yeah. Right? Pounds.
Now pound. Now Norman, D, that article I sent you.
Yeah.
It was $6 billion.
Dollars. That's right. Yeah.
So already, if the numbers are to be believed, Manchester United offer is more than the Washington Commanders anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. But the Glazers, what they're doing is, it's like, you know, when you go to buy a house, and the estate agent says to you, "Man, you know, you got to put an offer in quick because we got 2 other guys who come for their second viewing."
Try to do that right?
Their second viewing and they're up for it, and that's all it is. These Glazers, you only ever hear these stuff come out when it's time to put your new bids in.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's all about ratcheting that price up. It's like, and you know what? In some ways, I don't blame them. Right?
So, guys,
the article that you read, Norman, that you read, the moment that article came out, the shares fell by 13%.
13%.
Yeah.
So for me, that hurts them because now me buying it saying, well, your share price is just dumped because of that nonsense you're talking about organic growth. What are you doing? Do you want me as Mr. Qatari to buy the club or not? Yes or no? The money, the piece is there. Just sign the thing and give me the club.
But D, what will happen to the share price when if they officially come out and say, "Oh, we're not staying, we're not going, we're staying"? The share price is going to fall through the floor.
Dip. Yeah, it will fall through the floor.
It's going to be like you've never seen it before.
Yeah. And that's why I said earlier that
listen, sorry, Asher Lingard is in the chat. He's trolling you, both you and
bro. Never been to Old Trafford.
Taking bare shots.
You know what? You see, Asher, I love Asher, you know, but I know Asher ain't stepped one foot in Old Trafford. I know that he's never been in that rain. Listen, until you experience that rain, drop down your neck back. Then don't chat to me, Asher. You know that once. Come on, man. We all know that this stadium is dead right now. Allegedly, they had structural engineers go and check that stadium out, and they weren't impressed. They said they would knock it down and rebuild it in a heartbeat.
Really?
Which is not the best news because I have visions of going and sharing the Etihad.
But then this is the thing, though. Then the people who, then you're definitely not going to get that price because the people. It's like when you buy it, like you were saying earlier, when you buy a house. And you do a survey, they said that there's damp in the thing, and then the roof is like, oh, then I'm not paying this because I'm gonna have to pay for that. So you had to knock something off the price as well.
Yo, brother, listen.
These guys have got this on lockdown, man. Imagine this, right? Yeah. You're telling me that I got to buy this club, and by the way, when I pay you $5 billion, you're not gonna take that $5 billion and pay off that almost £1 billion debt you put on the club.
Yeah, you're gonna inherit it.
I'm inheriting it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Whatever they did whatever they presented to those potential buyers when they came to Old Trafford, I need to see it because it must have been phenomenal. Because everyone went away and upped their bids.
Exactly.
They know the state. They know the state of the stadium. They know the state of this training ground. They know the state of the books, and they're still offering more money.
To be made in there,
and they're still offering more money. Imagine they could go and buy
Yeah,
Liverpool.
but no. But let's be honest though.
For less money.
United, regardless of tribal thing, United is a crown and a jewel in the football. It's like Madrid, Barcelona, you guys.
That's what
it is. So it's
that's
not
what it is.
That's why they can do that. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
exactly.
And if you look at the commercial aspect, this is why I used to say a few years ago: if the guys that do the commercial just stay out of the footballing business and just do your job, because basically we got commercial man, bankers trying to run the club. This is why it's become so. So you're good at banking, you're good at getting these deals. Stick to it. Get in football, people. Get a director of football. Obviously, you've done it. You got 10 arguing. Get a good director of football and leave them man to run the football side of it and give them what they need. I mean, Klopp talked about it in an interview saying that potentially I need 6 players, but am I going to get 6 players? We'll see. Yeah. He won't even commit to that. I watched the interview just earlier on with Klopp. I think I put it in the chat, didn't I? No?
Yeah. Klopp is. Obviously that's Giggs' team. Klopp is obviously coming out and saying with regards to. It's almost like he's taking a little slide dig and saying I can't be getting in like 20 players. Or obviously he's talking about the Chelski. You know what I mean?
Klopp is not clear of allegations because that guy has made some awful decisions, so he can't really be talking like he's talking.
Wow,
because he was the one that was saying that we don't need midfielders. Look at it now. So listen,
but
bro.
did he believe it though?
I don't care whether we believe it. He said it, so it came out of his mouth.
Because you know, it's like when Alex Ferguson was there and he was defending the Glazers.
We got Craig.
By saying there's no value. There's no value in
the market. Always.
We sell Ronaldo. We sold Ronaldo, right? And bought who's the winger? Valencia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a good buy for you.
Yeah, but he's not Ronaldo.
No, but he's like an RB Swiss. He was like an RB Swiss knife for you.
Yeah, but we took.
Yeah,
but what you remember, you got to think about the goals we've lost, right? So we've lost all of these goals from Ronaldo, and we bought a fullback or a winger.
Yeah.
Who
converted into a fullback.
Basically, we just bought a guy who gets chalk on his boots because he stands so wide.
Right. Don't do that.
No. Listen, I like Valencia. No, don't get me wrong. I like him, but what I'm trying to say, you can't compare the two.
Apples and oranges.
Yeah,
because if you look at it, Jason, he should have gone out with that Ronaldo money and got an absolute hitman.
But who would you? But let's be honest, though. At that time, Ronaldo was head and shoulders above a lot of people. Only him and Messi were on the same level. There's not really, in my opinion.
So Jigs, where Man United go get Messi and pay him what he wants. Go get Messi and pay him what he wants.
Messi's not going to leave.
That's my thing. But Ferguson were trying to say, there's no value in the market buying Messi. You're like, bro.
Yeah, but you got
what you're doing.
If you had gone for anybody. People know that you've got 80 million and you're burning a hole in your pocket. So all the prices are going to be inflated.
They're inflated when we buy it. They're inflated when we buy anybody anyway.
No, but even more so.
Yeah, but you have to remember how much we generate, Jigs. So it doesn't really matter because if you look at Anthony, right? We could have got Anthony for 50 million euros at the start of the window. We end up paying 80 million for him at the end of the window.
Weird.
So suddenly a club with no money suddenly finds 30 million euros extra for the same player that was available.
But D, as you said, you need people that know how to run a football club that knows the football rather than
so that's why I say bring in a good director of football to work with Ten Hag, especially in this new transfer window. Especially if you get Qataris, don't just leave it to these bankers to start buying players that Ten Hag don't want. Because we see how that goes with Chelsea.
But to you and Jay, with the summer transfer window looming, and with this report that's come out, I mean, if you don't get the Qatari money, then will that affect your transfer window?
Most definitely not. Yeah, it's going to. I think it already is. I think that we can't go talking to agents in the middle of a potential sale of a club.
Yeah, because you don't know parameters.
Exactly, and so the longer these Glazers with their greed played the fool, because like I say, they just want to be king of the money making. Yeah, in America, and then you have to remember that the 4 that want out, are they really going to sit there for 10 years and wait for them to generate their $1 billion or £1 billion? They're not. And so these men want their money now, Norman. So minority shareholders are not giving the Glazers $4 billion to pay off these and still leave the debt on the club. There's been no talk about that. There's been no talk about.
Would you agree with the statement? No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Again, no top players want to go to Man United. They're struggling to pull in big players.
Okay.
Well, now that they're gonna have Champions League, you're not gonna. It's not
so you see,
Asher now, problem in the summer.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You see, Asher now, he's going to tell me that Casemiro is not a top player because that's what man's like. That's what man's like. That's what man's like. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, you know what? I'm not doing that.
It's not worth it.
Allow it, bro. Allow it. And you can tell me that Martinez is not good enough either. There's 2 top players just off the bat. Just
leave Frodo alone, man.
Right. But yes, listen. So but listen, it still goes on the mystery of the Qatari owners. Or will you just get extra investment? I know, like for Liverpool,
keep the Glazers, man. They're doing a good job, man. They're doing a sterling job.
What for your club, though, Sheiks? I mean, listen, you know, fantastic win again. You seem to rise to the occasion when there's no pressure. You go and put 7 past Man United, 6 past 9 past.
Yeah, we've seen him since then. Why
are you not bringing up that ancient history?
It's all under the bridge. That man always getting taxed in the average. It's a minor.
And then you go and put 6 past and absolutely washed.
These are finished. They're getting relegated.
They are.
Bro, the defending in that game, it was schoolboy.
They just said, "Fill your boots, lads."
Basically,
you know what though? I was when they got the goal in the first half, in the second half. I was thinking, nah, allow it. I just need a calm game, and then we scored again. But the
Konate. I mean, he's not fantastic with the ball at his feet. He's a good defender, but not fantastic with it. I mean,
he's. You know what? With Konate, I can't. Even though he made the mistake, I don't get on him because he's probably been our best defender this season, hands down. He's been our best defender. So that one mistake, and the thing I liked about it was that even after he made that mistake, it didn't phase his game.
No, he didn't. He just It
would have got worse, but it happens, man.
So two things here, right? First question is, this is one of the things that I put in our What's Going On chat, and is can the pool be late challengers for top 4? And secondly, this new hybrid role of your Trent Alexander, man. Talk to me about that. Does it? Because people are saying now on socials are saying that we don't need a Jude Bellingham. We got our Jude Bellingham. That's what people are saying, bro. That's what people are saying, bro.
They've been drinking early if they believe that. It's not. Look, it's a quick fix for now to help, because I feel like a lot of teams have found out how to play against Liverpool in terms of keeping Trent doing more defending and going forward. The role of him transferred to midfield has kind of helped us, because regardless, we know his defending is not the greatest at all, but when he's on the ball, the guy's delivery is second to none. Only probably De Bruyne is probably above him. So,
and that's what they're saying. You know, they're comparing him to De Bruyne. I'm not going to lie. That ball for Nunes. Wait,
but he did that same ball for Nunes against Newcastle as well.
Yes.
He does that all the time. He does it all the time.
It's second nature to him. So I don't know because I was reading somewhere whereby now he might become because I don't know if you know this, when he was in the youth academy, he was a midfielder.
Midfield, that's right.
They
put him into because obviously at the time the midfield, he wouldn't get no time in the midfield. We had Fabinho and a couple other players that were way ahead of him at the time, so they weren't able to do anything. So now it was a case of just making sure that, okay, right, as it stands at the moment, we haven't got anything to play for in terms of top 4. I don't think we're getting.
You don't really, seriously. I mean, if you look at your last, you've got how many games you got left? 8? Is it 8 games?
8 games, but this is the problem. It's not just one team we're chasing. It's like 2 or 3.
Right.
Tottenham, Brighton, who else? United. I think the top 3 is already sorted. I think. But you know what? I say that, but if they keep playing Sanchez, we've got a chance. So we'll see. But I just think that for going back to Trent, I think it's just them trying to figure out how, if we're going forward for next season, is that something we could put? Because Arsenal do it with Zinchenko. But
it seems like a couple of teams are adopting this tactic now.
Yeah,
where they're playing
and especially when we're playing teams that are have that low block.
Yeah,
you see Liverpool, we're so predictable. We find it difficult to break them down. So having Trent who can play those balls over the top or play a cute pass, it helps us because even in the Leeds game, we didn't really score until the 35th minute, and it was Trent getting the ball and moving people around. So I think it'll be more so when we play small, and I say smaller teams, I don't mean any disrespect, but teams that will have that low block that he'll kind of transfer into that midfield position. But listen, it's working. It's all well and good playing when there's no pressure on, but when there's pressure on and we need to win games next season, are we still going to be able to play like that? It'll be interesting.
So Cheeks, going into next season, I know, again, it seems like lots of teams are saying, oh, you know, we're going to be shipping out 10, 12, 13, 14 players. And I've heard again today that Liverpool are looking to move on between 13 to 14 players.
God damn. Okay.
Whether that's going to happen or not, because if you go into next season, I mean, you definitely need a midfield. It doesn't look like Jude Bellingham's going to. Well, Liverpool have come out and said they've dropped their interest in him now. Basically. So I think with Trent adopting that role, if he did use to play as a midfielder, or would he?
No. Listen, let me say this to you. Even though he may transfer, he may go into midfield in the game. His position will still be a right back. They're saying that they might look for another right back, but
this is what Kofi's just saying here. He says playing
exactly,
more in midfield, but we really need a proper right back.
But just because Trent might go into midfield, we need at least another 3 midfielders. Even if Trent does transition to midfield, at least 3, because Henderson will take over the Milner role. Thiago, that guy's, even though he's a quality midfielder, that guy's made of biscuits. Like Elliot, we don't have a midfield that has the energy. Fabinho, even though he looks like he's coming back to form, he still looks like he's running through treacle. Like it's not to challenge for trophies and the league and stuff like that. You have to have players. We have to have players and the midfield be on it. And this is, I'm not trying to dig at you, Norman, but the Arsenal game is probably one of the only games where the midfielders kind of take control of the game. And I think that was more so because Arsenal were a little bit worried about obviously losing more goals. But there's not many games that I've seen us, even with the United game, that it wasn't a 7-0 win. It was just literally the stars aligned on that day, and we were.
And every chance that you took, put away, basically.
Because I'll put it on the other foot. When we were playing teams like Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest and things like that, that midfield weren't doing that.
No. Yeah, they were getting run ragged. It was unbelievable. You know what I mean?
If you're staying current, Norm, you have to look at Arsenal and Man City with their fit best 11, and then you look at our teams and say, right, who in our teams is troubling them spots? And if you've only got maybe 1 or 2 players that could get into those 2 teams, then you're not competing yet. Yeah, it's as simple as that. You have to have play. Yeah.
To your point, D, the Arsenal Liverpool game, in terms of the combined 11, there's only maybe 2 players that would have got in at the time we played. There's only maybe 2 players that would have got into the Arsenal team. Right. Alisson and Konate. And even then, Konate, you could say, we won't take it. But that's the only player. And maybe because Saka was, even though the whole thing with Saka missing a penny, the guys had a great season. I was a little bit sorry to go off on a tangent.
I know. Listen, I want to go into that. We might also just bring that up now. And that's. Listen,
as soon as he missed that penny, bro, I knew all this stuff was gonna come out. I knew it.
Absolutely
and
disgusting.
I'm not Arsenal support, but I just like what is this, man?
Come on. Yeah. Come on, man.
It's and tired.
These keyboard trollers just sitting by their keyboard things. I mean,
keyboard warriors.
When I sent it to our group, it was forwarded on. I think it was Chili that sent it.
Yeah, he was sending it to our,
Yeah, and he just said, just whatever, get this guy shut down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, there was a number of people sending out these things. I mean, come on, what? So all of a sudden, he misses a penalty, he's a monkey, he's a this, he's a that. Come on, man. What's Callum got to do with kicking the ball?
Isn't this been his best season so far for you?
Yeah.
Exactly. And there has been points where he's been overplayed as well, Norm. You know what I mean? And he still performed.
Well, this is the problem. That's a problem that I have with Arteta overplaying this guy, and that we saw that. I saw that in the last 2 or 3 games that Saka's played in. He's not played well. Yeah, he looks tired. Looks fatigued.
How old is Saka?
Saka's 21. 2021. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But what I'm trying to say is that, you know what I mean? I think the only game he misses when he had I can't remember what game it was, but what's the name came on started for him?
Trossard or who?
Not Trossard. Reece Nelson started in that game. I can't remember what game it was. It was a home game, and then he came on in the second half. But he's looking really tired and jaded. Do you know what I mean?
It's a long season though, bro. Like it's 21.
Yeah.
Like
and he went to the World Cup.
Season vet.
And he went to the World Cup and got bare minutes of the World Cup as well.
Exactly.
So you have to factor that in.
The guy's got the world at his feet, man. The guy's got the world at his feet. As long as he gets his new contract and stays grounded.
And stop FaceTiming Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I think
sometimes they can get sometimes they can get the bag and just change, isn't it? They get the bag and they just change.
Yeah.
Listen, fellas. Thanks for having me on, Norman. I've got to go, but listen. People,
listen, subscribe to Shigs' channel.
7-0 in it. Say that 7-0 in effect.
Yeah. So we move. So
listen, 21, Norm. 21. You're right. 21.
Yeah, 21.
It's September born like me, man. He's a good kid. September born. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But listen, let's just quickly move on to the Saturday games and Aston Villa. When Unai Emery took over this team, they were lying, I think, 1 place above the relegation zone. Yeah. They're now currently sitting 6, I believe, in the Premier League. Let me just make sure. 6 on 50 points, played 31 games. Newcastle went to them. Now, remember I said to you that Newcastle had 2 back-to-back away games, yeah? And then Aston Villa, they had to go to Aston Villa. When I switched on that TV, I couldn't believe the score, mate. 3-0.
It was mad.
3-0. I mean, and the thing about Newcastle, they've got a fantastic defense, they've got a fantastic midfield, and they've got half-decent strikers. Do you know what I mean? So they've got a good balance right across there. But when I saw that, mate, and Ollie Watkins is on fire, mate, doing the business.
I got him in fantasy, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was saying to Del already that I actually took him out, and then before I press confirm, I said, "Nah, this brother, you know what?" And I put him back in. You know, it's like literally, I'm gonna press the thing to get him out of there and bring in Harry Kane for him. And I said, "Nah, you know what? This kid, I know." I had a feeling that the moment I press confirm, he's probably gonna score a couple of goals, and so said so done. So I was kind of I'm glad I listened to my instincts there. And got that brace from Ollie, but he's on brilliant form.
He's doing great. He's doing great, man. Scoring in the last 2-3 games, and big up to him. But Unai Emery doing a fantastic job, and it's not that Aston Villa are short of any money. So I think if they make the Euro, I think they'll probably make either the Europa or the Europa Conference League. Do you know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing, though, Norm.
And he'll get the money. Do you know what I mean?
Here's the thing, though. Does this put Stevie G in a bad light? Because my man's working with the same squad, you know. He's talking them
what that just basically tells you
16 to 6.
What that basically tells you is that in context, I'm saying is that Unai Emery is a G compared
to Stevie
Gerrard. To CVG.
Slippy G. Let's get it right. Slippy G.
Come on, man. You're managing Rangers in the Scottish League, and no disrespect to the Scottish League, but come on, man. Come on.
But Stevie G will still get another decent job anyway.
Of course he'll get another decent job. We know that. Frank Lampard will get another decent job after this one. Look, they brought him back for a bit of nostalgia. Come on, Chelski. Come on, you Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea boys. Yo, Mr. Trevor, if you're watching, if you're watching the show, Trevor, bro, listen, pick up your phone to your brother. Yeah, he wants to talk to you. Yeah? It's nothing personal. Yeah, it's nothing personal, mate. Yeah. Right. Emery with the weaker Villarreal team beat Ollie's Man U team, even though Man United had the better players. That saved Emery reputation after the Gunners. Yeah, no, listen, Unai Emery's a good manager. The only reason why he fell out with him, the players didn't back him, and literally, people saying the language barrier and all of that. And then I think where it all sort of fell down is he loses against Chelsea in the Europa League final 4-1. And then where we messed it up was when we lost against, I think when he changed up the team, we lost against Crystal Palace at home. And then that was basically, and I think it was the Olympiacos game, I think. And that was no, not the Olympiacos game. Sorry, it wasn't. It was it wasn't Olympiacos. I can't remember the team. It begins with F. Frankfurt, I think it was Frankfurt we lost against.
Right.
Yeah, and that was really, I think that was the end of his tenure. And then we move on to Mr. Arteta, who takes over the club. But let's quickly move on. Chelsea, we've already spoken about that. Facing 21 shots at home, £600 million spent, 1 goal in 7 hours. Last time they won a game was back in March against Chelsea, against Leicester. Todd Bowley entered the change room, opened them and speak about, you need to keep your mouth shut. It's simple as that, Todd. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth. Come out the changing room and keep your mouth. Come out the business. Yeah.
That's why Ed should have been on today, boy.
Listen,
that's why Ed should have been on. Ed
said when he sees Potter on the road, he will just say, yeah, just give him a little, yeah. But when he sees Lampard, he'll be, yeah, what's up? But well, I don't know what it is now. It's not what's up now more. It's not what's up now because he is a terrible. I think Jay was saying 100%. 4 games, 4 losses. Yeah, you bring back a failed manager. The way they're running this club is ridiculous.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Absolutely embarrassing, isn't it? It's
absolute
as
joke.
As Big D said, both Big D and I are big American sport fans, and you see that you can see what it's like. I was saying to my brothers the other day, when you win the Super Bowl in America, right? Who do they give the trophy to? The owners.
The owners, yeah.
Yeah,
because it's all about the owners. In our sport, the owners sit in the background.
Well, this is the thing, Jason. The team. Exactly, but this is the thing. We've seen more of Todd Bowley than we have of Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, when Abramovich was there, the man was Scarlet Pimpernel. Yeah,
exactly.
You don't see. I hardly see the Abram. How often do you hear from them? How often do you hear from the Conkeys? Come on.
Yeah. So he's doing the most, isn't he? He's just doing the most.
Somebody said I was listening to Talk Sport, and one of the callers said, "Listen, what he needs to do is give back the receipt, right? Give back the receipt, and just tear up the receipts and just say, you know what, it was good while it lasted, and get out of my club." They want. I mean, he was even arguing. I think it was at the Chelsea game when they lost to Brighton. He was arguing with a supporter. This
wow.
Yeah.
It's what I mean. It's foolish.
Yeah, it's classless, isn't it?
Yeah.
He actually screams the Dallas owner, Jason. Mark Cuban. Yeah. This is what Cuban does. Like
and the other Dallas man and Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones. They're literally sat behind the bench, giving it the big one. You're like, what are you doing? Like, just fall back and let the man do his job. So
yeah. Right, let's quickly move on. Man. Everton 1, Fulham 3. I don't know.
And here we were thinking Fulham were going to struggle with that Mitrovic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, look what they've done. They've gone away to Everton. I think Everton even went 1-0 up as well.
That's a huge win. Yes, they did. No,
they didn't.
Scored.
Then Everton equalised. Sorry, Everton equalised. Yeah. Listen,
Dan James, man like Dan James scoring.
Dan James, bro. You know what I mean?
You know, he's one of the players we sold and actually made a profit on.
Exactly, I know. Yeah, I think probably one of the only players
make profit. Yeah, one of the only players
that we made some money on. Yeah.
All right, I don't know if I agree. I should say there, Jesus, I think, has upset Arsenal's women a little bit. I like trust. Nah, man. That's all, man. Come on, man. What you drinking today, bro? Seriously? Come on.
He's your best number 9 if you're going to play with that typical number 9. Right. If you're going to go across the board where you've got a fluent front 3, then maybe Trossard because what is good where you got the front three that could just literally just keep doing this, go like 1 minute on the right, 1 minute in the middle, and it's not affecting the way you play. But if you're going for certain games, you've got to start Jesus up front in that number 9.
Jesus is not the reason why Arsenal keep going 2-0 up and then conceding goals.
Yeah, because
that's not Jesus' fault.
I mean, that game, just what I was just talking about it right here now, 2-0 up after 10 minutes, okay? And you're thinking, right, just go on. Oh, shut up. Right. I don't want to relive this nightmare, but I'm going to have to talk about it, yeah? Yeah, he picked the right team because obviously Saliba is injured, so he's had to put in Holding there. And to be perfectly honest, the last couple of games, Holding hasn't really played that bad, but he's not your long-term, person to get you going on to win leagues. Yeah, you got to remember he's your fourth choice right centre back because Tommy Asu or Ben White would come in there, so he's your fourth.
But he's playing Ben White at right back, don't he? No.
Yeah, and to be honest, Ben White has done really well.
Yeah, he's done well.
Yeah. And I thought when Arteta made that substitution, and that's the problem. He takes too long to make substitutions, and he always seems to make them at the 70-minute mark and stuff like that. You could see Saka was flagging. Yeah, the first 20 minutes, Partey played well. Then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. It's just like, bro, he's trying to flick a ball over the top of Rice. What are you doing that for? And then my man goes to ground. Gabriel Magalhaes goes to ground. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Some people were saying, the ref watcher was saying, no, it's a penalty. Full stop. It's a penalty. And for me, we took our foot off the gas, and I felt there was arrogancy crept in. The bottle and arrogancy definitely crept in because at one time I was watching and I was thinking it was like a training ground game at times. There was no pressure on the ball and stuff like that. And people were saying on social media that Granit Xhaka was there laughing and Holding was smiling. Nah, man, we're trying to go for a title. What's going on? West Ham, who are rubbish, have been rubbish all season, turn up. They could have nicked the game. If it wasn't for the crossbar.
They could have. Yeah, they could have nicked the game. Yeah.
If it wasn't for the crossbar, mate. Absolutely.
But then this is again, Norman, about you guys. It's like us not being clinical when you've got your foot on the team's neck. And if I go back to the Sevilla game, the amount of chances we missed in the first half, Norm, like 2-0 made it look like they was a good team when we were 2-0 up. Same with you guys. At 2-0 up, you should have been 4-0 up, Norm.
Yeah.
And this what hurts you because suddenly second half comes and these guys say, you know what, we actually got away with a few goals here that we didn't concede. Yeah. And suddenly they feel like we're not out of it. And once they score one, then the nerves kick in, Norm. The nerves always kick in because then the ball is a hot potato. Nobody wants to just get their head up, put their foot on the ball for a second and make the right pass. You're giving the ball away way too easy in midfield and then boom, it's 2-2. You think, rah. How did we get it?
I mean, we gave away the penalty, and then 2 minutes later, the defending for the second goal. I don't know what Tierney was doing. Yeah, he's not. I mean, some people were saying, "Oh, what?" During the last few games, they were saying, "Oh, we need to bring on Tierney because Shevchenko is not really a left back, and he's better going forward." We really missed him in that midfield. Definitely lost something in that midfield with Shevchenko. But listen, he ended up getting a groin injury, and I think that was due to the fact that when Trent nutmeg did, like, you know what I mean? So look, bro, I don't know. And apparently on social media he was crying his eyes out and stuff like that. But some people are saying what it is that he knows that the big blue shark is behind us. Yeah, the big blue shark is behind us, and for me, we need to fix up. And I say to Jason again in the back room, do you think that Arsenal can do this? Are we just going to bottle the title? And another thing quickly, and this is something that I have to believe it or not, I'm not the greatest fan of Rio Ferdinand, not because just not he's a Man United player, but this is a question, and you might have heard this, right? Rio Ferdinand came out and said that on his YouTube channel, he said that if Man United wins a trophy, which they have, and they finish third, have they had a better season than Arsenal, who don't win the title and come second?
Well, for me, if you want to answer that question, what would you rather? I'd rather get a trophy because you get nothing different. You get
Who's gonna remember you being runners up and not winning anything?
There's nothing different. Yeah,
it's like anything.
And you got big accounts, big YouTube channels. You know, people going on TV and saying, "Oh yeah, you know, we really done well with." No, mate, we've been at the top pretty much all season. For me, that is a disappointment. And cannot be top all season.
I agree.
And the thing is, Norms, if you don't win the title, that means I have to come on there and give you a huge apology because I pushed you to say Arteta in, and you gave in, so you have to win the title. Otherwise, I got mud on my face now because I committed. But this is it, the business end of the season, right? And there's always jitters. There's going to be jitters, but I still think Arsenal can win. But now it's about the mentality, Norm, that can you guys dig in this running? And because the thing is, if you go to Man City and get a point, I think you win the title. But if they beat you, I'm not so sure.
Yeah,
I think if they beat you,
it's not only that; it's probably the manner of beating as well. Because if they come there and you know, look, listen. Jay saying Arteta in, she would say that because she's trolling me right now. But what I'm trying to say is, look what they did with Bayern Munich. Look what they did with Bayern Munich. And Bayern Munich are a very good side. 3-0 at their ground.
Just dismissed them, didn't they? Just dismissed them.
Right, literally. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? So I don't know what tactics Arteta's going to go up there with. As long as we come out there and don't lose. But you never know. You never know. You never know. But when you got rants and expressions just ripping into us,
these guys are going for it.
I had to put myself through it and listen to them, man. But listen, bro, what can you say? They're right. That's right. Rants called it. He said, listen, it's when it comes to the business end of the season, Arsenal will fold under the pressure. Because when there's no pressure,
and the thing is, I'm saying, in Fergie's time, Fergie always called that squeaky bum. He always calls that, listen, man, this is squeaky bum time, you know.
And this is what, and listen, you guys, when it comes to like the running, look what happened that year when Newcastle, we're up there, and
I love it.
I would just love it. Yeah, because what happened? Mr. Fergie just played the mind games. And 2-2's Liverpool would have beat them. Right?
I know. You have to remember, for us as Man United fans, that they were two defining moments. I'd love it and Aguero. When I heard the Aguero team,
fact.
Can I just Asher? That one as well. Yeah, right. But Asher, when you say West Ham, we played a lot better with Trossard on the pitch. So you're saying that when Jesus was substituted, Trossard came on. Well, to be honest, I didn't think he really made any impact. Me personally speaking, I didn't think he made an impact. Do you know what I'm saying? I would have taken off Saka, put Trossard on, and leave Jesus down there.
Yeah.
Simple as. It wasn't down, as Jason said. It wasn't down. It was not down to Jesus. It's the mentality of the players. Partey having a terrible game in that midfield.
Terrible.
Come on.
And the thing is, Norm, you have to also recognise that this moment in the game, Saka is spent.
Absolutely.
Just get him out of there. He's 21 years old. He played most of that World Cup. You got to say, I need this kid for the running. Don't just leave him out there to burn himself out even further. And this is what you call about the whole man. Like Trossard is kind of, remember, Trossard down tools at Brighton. So he wasn't even playing. So he missed bare games, before he came to Arsenal. So he's got the freshest legs out there. So I do understand 100%. Ashraf's points about, okay, but then you have to remember, Jesus missed bare games. So it's like you got two fresh strikers,
And he's been scoring as well. And Ace has been scoring as well. It's not like he's come on his,
So if you're going to tug anybody, you tug Martinelli or you tug Saka, and you play the players with the fresher legs in the running, But then maybe he's overthinking that because remember, he's still in that Pep 2.0. You listen to the team talks, you're like, what? Just be you, bro.
No, he's probably flicking through his Pep notes and he can't find the solution. And what did Pep say to do in this scenario? he can't find it.
Right, it's true. It's true.
He's gonna kick himself
somebody said, right? Somebody said that he needs to get onto the phone to some experienced managers now. No, for real. Somebody said that I was reading an article that he needs to get onto the phone and speak to some managers to help him get through this sticky period because we've dropped 2 goals, 2 leads, That for me is bottling it, it's bottling it.
It becomes habit, Norman, doesn't it? It starts to become habit. As Craig said, we Arsenal friend, we need to win this Friday. I think we will beat Southampton because they're absolutely terrible. They're going down. They can't buy a win from anywhere. Oh, you're playing on? Oh yeah, because it's you're playing on Friday.
And then you got
the
FA Cup
weekend.
because Man United.
I think you should win that. I think you should win that game. If you don't win that game,
then
it's done.
It's over. It's over.
Then it's done.
Because I think mentally you'll be shocked if you don't win.
Okay, just quickly because I know Jason has got to shoot in a bit. The Saka missed penalty. Do you think that will play on him? Do you think he should start that game at the weekend, or do you think?
Yeah, I think he should start.
I'll be honest. Do you think it will affect him mentally though, or do you think? I don't know.
Can I make a confession? Right, and I don't. What happened to him, Sancho, and Rashford at the World Cup? We all know was disgusting and horrible. But you know when he stood over that penalty, I said, "Please do a World Cup. Please do a World Cup."
It's your fault, Jason. It's your fault.
I just wanted him to miss. That's all. Just miss. I didn't want the stuff to come afterwards.
Do you know what though, Jay? I'll tell you what. Right, when we got the penalty, we was in the room myself, Anton, my daughter, and everything. We was giving it large and everything. And Jesus had the ball in his hand. And I think Jesus, take the penalty. Take the penalty. So I don't know what happened in between him giving the ball to Saka, or because Saka is our main penalty taker. So I don't know.
Is that only since Jesus was injured, or was that all season?
I think that's been all season.
Has it?
Because I saw him stand over the ball, and I thought, so you're the number 1 penalty taker, then, are you?
No, Saka. I think Saka's the number 1.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, I think.
And the thing is, sometimes this is where the manager's got to step in as well.
Yeah,
and just look at current form and say, yeah, maybe Jesus takes this. But then sometimes, if they've already, they say that if they discuss this in the changing room, they normally don't change it on the pitch in the live game. Unless somebody gets injured or subbed, and then okay, Jason, you're up, or D, you're up next as a second favorable penalty taker. But normally, it's always decided in the changing room that okay, I'm on free kicks, you're on left-sided corners, and vice versa. So Jesus taking the ball. Maybe he was just feeling himself and hoping that Saka would just say, "Yeah, I'm a little bit gassed here. Take it, bro." But then that never happened. You know what I mean?
Let me just say this to Monkey Spanner. If you're new to the show, I think it is. If it's not, because it's a West Ham, it's a West Ham. It's a West Ham man. It's a West Ham man in the chat. But let me say this now, right? No amount of bottles, we will still beat Southampton because they're absolutely useless, right? That's what I'm going to say that now. Yeah, they're absolutely useless. Yeah, Jace, you need prayers from Jay. All season he has been the penalty taker. Yeah, he's been
fair enough.
Yeah, he's been a penalty taker. But listen, we go Friday, take care of business, and then we've got that big, massive game next week, Wednesday, where we go away to Etihad. I'm just hoping tonight that I need 2 players to just have a little tweak. Just a little muscle tweak, just a little muscle tweak, just to keep them out of that game, right? Well, as a matter of fact, I need all of them to keep out of the game. I mean, it's gonna be peak. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
I've seen in the chat there about someone saying Trossard in for Saka, but I don't know because you know what, if he drops him.
Yeah, can't take him
it's too evident, isn't it? Like even if he comes out and said that I'm protecting him from what went on last week, I don't think that doesn't do his confidence any favors if he thugs him. It's better he played for 60 minutes and then.
You're right. You're right. You know, it's like, I mean, this is probably the extreme side of it.
Yeah.
But when Man United got tanked 7-0 by Liverpool, what did he do the next game? You got two chances. Like, you got two chances. You can say, well, all of you are terrible. You're not playing.
Yeah.
Or what he done and said, you better go out there and redeem yourself.
Exactly. And that's what he did. He played the same 11.
And that's what he did.
You remember, I actually questioned it. I was like, he's playing the same 11. But I said, you know what? He wants them to go out there and repent.
He wants to go out there and redeem himself.
Yeah.
And sometimes that might be the best solution.
Yeah.
That might be the best solution.
Right.
You know
get back out there and fix it. Don't dwell on it because it's happened. You can't. That's history now. You have to go and redeem yourself in the next game.
I'm going to drop off in a second.
All right, then,
that's cool.
I've just said. By the way, Arsenal women are playing Man United women right now.
Is it
in the WSL? It's 0-0 at the moment.
Okay, is that okay? Are they playing away or at home? Arsenal.
Man United at home.
Okay. They do. They're top of the league. They're top of the league at the moment, aren't they?
They are. Yeah. They are. Chelsea's got a game in hand though. So if they win their game in hand, they go top. Yeah. So we won. I think we won at your ground 3-2.
That's right. You did.
Early in the season.
Yeah, you did.
Our ladies are doing all right. And
to be honest, Jace, I'm surprised how quick your ladies
are. Yeah. Us and Tottenham joined at the same season.
That's
I
right.
think we joined the league.
Yeah,
but we've done a good job, man.
You know, the ladies. You know, I mean, some people, don't like it for whatever reason, right? But
it's got better. It's got better.
It's definitely got better. Yeah, definitely got better.
Yeah. No, for real. Jason, when you're ready, you can just drop out because I said,
man,
we're coming down. But man, really appreciate you coming on still. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I hear what Scott's saying there. I hear what he's saying there about
Southampton. As they Roy Hodgson resurgence right now with Crystal Palace, 2-0 away win. Southampton are dead and buried. They're absolutely dead and buried. And
it feels like they're giving up anyway, Norm. It feels like they're giving up a little bit.
Yeah.
Even Ward Prowse is not Ward Prowsing. You know what I mean?
It's like he's not. And then Wolverhampton beating Brentford.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Is that a surprise? Would you call that a surprise? I was going to say. Because I thought Brentford would have gone there because Wolverhampton are not.
But Brentford are on a good run at the moment. I think Brentford won in like 4 games or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they lost that game 2-0. They lost that game 2-0. And let me move on to before you go, Jay. Let's just have a little dig at Tottenham. Let's all laugh at Tottenham. Let's all laugh at Tottenham. Bro,
you can't make that one up, can you?
Bro.
Jace, it's actually a very good game, you know, Norm. I actually watched that game. It was a very good game.
So did I.
Yeah.
Son scores early. And you think, right, that's it. Bournemouth are done.
Here you go. Yeah, you thought.
Yeah. Mate, when they got the equaliser from the what's his name? I can't remember his name. He's on loan to them. Danjuma, yeah.
Danjuma, yeah.
88th minute, I thought, chum, man, why couldn't Bournemouth just hold out for that 2-1? Yeah, I turned off my stream. I turned on the TV, and I'm like, what? The 95th minute, Danga Quatara, Sanchez in that game, he got substituted on and got substituted off, and the fans booed him.
I thought so for him.
Lloris said he's never seen anything like that, and he's really like, bro, Jason Bournemouth, and I know D, you went for Tottenham to win that game.
Yeah, to win that game. Yeah.
2-1 or something like that.
2-1. Yeah, I think I said 2-1.
Yeah. Absolutely unbelievable. It is the Isley of the Tottenham. That was what it is.
Guys, listen. Let me catch you guys up next week, man.
Yeah, bro. Take care,
guys. Take care of United and Forest. I think.
Right. You know the ones.
Bless up, man. Later, man. Right. What's Calvin saying? Jason Bournemouth, yes. All right. Here's a question from Arsenal Forever. If Man City do win the treble, where does Pep rank for me? He's up there with Sir Alex Ferguson. D?
Stop it. Come on, man. Come on, man. 13 Premier League titles. Come on. Behave yourself, man. You know what? This is what he does do. He puts himself in a conversation, Norm, right? Because, to be honest with you, that treble is near on impossible to do. That's why when we did it, it was like, it's like you guys with the invincible thing. It's near on impossible to do the invincible thing. It's near on impossible to go Champions League, FA Cup, and Premier League. You know what I mean? So, if Pep does that, he puts himself in the conversation. If he goes on to win another 4 or 5 Premier Leagues in that process, because you have to remember, Fergie came on stuck a lot in the Champions League. As much as he dominated the Premier League, he came on stuck. Where sometimes I thought, are we just not good enough, or are we overthinking tactics and all the rest of it? So if Pep wins the treble, put himself in the conversation. If he goes on to win another 3 or 4 Premier Leagues in that process, and maybe another Champions League, then he's definitely going to be in the Fergie conversation. And right now, he's not quite there. But like I say, if we don't, if everyone chasing, like you guys got to keep up a slot chasing and got to get better.
Yeah.
If we allow City to go and win another 2 or 3, if City win 2 or 3 of the next 5 Premier Leagues and Tucker Champions League in the process, that's a problem for me, because now you got every right as a City fan to talk about the man the same breath as Alex Ferguson, which is a shocker.
Guys, there's 14 people in the chat. Please hit that like button, smash that like button, subscribe and share if you're new. Monkey Spider says West Ham will be the only London team to win a trophy this season. Ponder on that, bro.
Oh yeah, because they're in the
conference league.
Europa Conference, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're playing Ghent tomorrow at home. And I think they will beat Ghent. I think they will beat them out.
What are they, semi-finals or no? No,
quarterfinals. I think that'd be quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals, isn't it? Yeah. See, West Ham, you know. Man like Moisey.
I think so. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If you want to put that in the chat, Monkey Spanner, is that the quarterfinals or the semi-finals? Yeah, let me know.
You know what? I would be happy for. I'd be happy for Moisey to win that. You know.
Yeah.
I think he's been through some tough decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've gone his way. Yeah. So I think if he wins that, I think that'd be nice for him. You know?
Can you imagine? He wins okay. I know it's a Europa Conference League. Yeah. Yeah. But if he wins that. Yeah. Can you imagine winning that and getting relegated?
Oh, that'd be mad, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be mad. Good.
That was a massive point. Absolutely was a massive point. That was an absolute massive point for West Ham on Sunday. You know what I mean? Fergie's a total legend. Obviously, he's not as good as Wenger.
Oh, stop it, Craig. I like you, Craig. Not Craig. That's Scott. I like you, Scott. What are you chatting about?
Fergie, Pep, Klopp, and Fergie. Calvin saying Fergie, Pep, Klopp, I'm gonna say, and Paisley, but Fergie's still miles ahead. Wenger boy changed the style of football in the UK. That's absolutely
he did, agreed. Yeah. He changed a lot in football.
Maybe a Sheffield United clogger will injure Haaland or Kev. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, bro.
The thing is, they actually might not start Haaland in that game. They may start Alvarez. Because of the Champions League, they may start Alvarez. Because you have to remember, City are fluid.
My man is on for breaking records, you know. Pep can't stop him from breaking them.
Yeah, but I still think, Norm, that Pep will take Champions League over FA Cup. I think he would. Yeah, I think he would.
Do you think they will do the treble?
I hope not. If they get a brace, I can deal with that. But
does that put any kind of pressure on Man City? Because you're not talking that
because they're so close, Norm.
That's what you're saying. Champions League, FA Cup, Champions League, and the league.
I know
something has to buckle.
It's a big deal, bro. And so if you look at it, I think only Real Madrid stopped them in the Champions League.
Yeah.
I think only us can stop them in the FA Cup, and only you guys can stop them in the league. So it's down to our teams. You know what I mean? It's down to Arsenal, Man United, and Real Madrid to say, nah, Brian, not today.
I mean, look at last season with Liverpool and the quad. Like it's like I was ready to leave we was ready to book our tickets and go to Thailand.
Yeah. Just go live in Thailand for the rest of our life.
Live in Thailand, and listen, no Liverpool.
And the thing is, if City win nothing this season, then what? For Pep, especially with Because what they're going to say, you brought in Haaland. Haaland scored X amount of goals and you won nothing. So there's
Craig,
pressure both ways, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, here, Craig is saying Haaland has 11 goals in Champions League, so he's only 6 off equaling CR7s. So you would think he would want to play.
I tell you what, yeah, you're right, you know, and I tell you, if he breaks that record, I guarantee you Ronaldo's looking for a way back in the Champions League in the summer. I guarantee it, mate. Because man's leaving El Nassr, whatever the name of the club is, to say, yo, I don't care where you are. Listen, I won't take no money. Yeah, I just need to come back and play in one of the Brock groups. Yeah, right. and just be a tapping merchant. I'm not going to trap back. I'm just going to stay on the halfway line and get my tap-ins and score 18 goals to top Haaland and then retire. That'd be crazy. Can you imagine though? It wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Still got to do it, no? Still got the game to do it. I'll tell you now, Haaland at 21, he's definitely going to break that record. Definitely going to break that record. If not this season, next season, 100%, 100%. So it'll be interesting what Ronaldo does, because bro, he'll be like, "Cha," you know what I'm saying? He'll be absolutely furious if that record goes. Trust me. Yeah. If they win nothing, Pep will have to 2 to 3 years. Pep won't stay for pride. Yeah. Wow. So just quickly, Man City 3, Leicester 1. I think Leicester are doomed for the championship. Strong man, I mean, the league is not lying right now. Leicester are 19th, minus 14, 25 goals. 7 wins out of 31, Norm. That's just not good form, is it? 7 wins. And no new manager bounce. I mean, Dean Smith coming in with John Terry and the backroom staff. But bro, it was just too easy for Man City. Oh, okay, they took off a few players, and they, I think it was Jamie Carroll was saying, which I found strange. I didn't watch the rest of the game, but Jamie Carroll was saying that actually Man City were lucky because they made about 3 or 4 changes, and those players that came on obviously weren't used to each other, and Leicester had a couple of chances. I think Ian Nacho got the goal, and there was a couple. I think Maddison missed a chance, and I think Vardy missed a chance as well. And they haven't been starting Ian Nacho. And they haven't. He was a regular starter, so I don't know. Yeah, with Vardy this season, I think I can probably count on one hand how many goals Vardy's got. I don't think it's more than. I think maybe 3. If that might be less. Put it in the chat if anybody knows. And if you look at Leicester, Norm, goal difference could save them, right? Because they've literally got the best minus goal difference in that bottom 6. So that for now is a saving grace. You know what I mean? The minus 14. Everybody's in the 20s, and then Forest are in the 30s, minus 32 for Forest. But this 7. Well, saying that, they've got 7 wins, and Forest and Everton have only got 6 wins that are above them. So they've still got a fighting chance, just on the goal difference. But Leicester. Well, Carl's been saying they're down. The owners, they're not going to spend now. But they didn't do much in the summer, and all January. That's in January. That's coming back to bite them big time. And people like Maddison. The other player that everybody's been linked with, we've been linked with him all summer. Talisman. And I think he's a player that you said you like. I think it's Harvey Barnes. I think natural winger. Do you know what I mean? I actually think he'd be a great squad player, cup player. Because as we're seeing now, the injuries are ridiculous, and I think when all of those big teams stay long in the cups and into Europe, then you're going to see these injuries next season again. Because most of the injuries are muscle injuries, apart from obviously Martinez with that freak metatarsal in his fifth. So the 5th metatarsal is the small toe, isn't it? The bone to the small toe. If you're going with your big toe, inwards, outwards, he's done this. He's done this part, isn't he? Yeah. Does it take a bit of time to heal? Well, that's. You remember? Because when you remember that World Cup when Wayne Rooney? Yeah, Rooney. Yeah. Was it his? I think he's in the 3rd, didn't he? He's in the 3rd one, something like that. They were thinking about how can they were thinking of all sorts of things to get this thing healed, but
it was a no-goer. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a no-goer. But yeah, it's crazy.
They said Calvin said Madison to because even if they survive, I think Madison, Tillison, and Harvey Barnes will look to be out. They'll look to go.
Yeah, they go.
You know,
because they can't go again like this.
This went wrong when it was the bust up with the goalkeeper and he left, Schmeichel.
Mm.
I think they've been shocking since Schmeichel walked out, and I don't know, something went down with Schmeichel and the manager and the board, and he just
I was actually quite surprised at that when
that was crazy. But I think that hurt them. That really hurt them.
Yeah.
Calvin, 2 more ball knocks a trophy. Well, when they talked about a conference, you have a conference.
Probably.
but I was arguing with a guy about this the other day, Norman, saying that, you know what, if you're not winning trophies, your squad does not understand winning, regardless of the trophy.
Mm.
And when, because remember how many times Pep won the League Cup, and everyone's like, it's a League Cup, but
I know
they won the League Cup like the last 4 out of 5 years or seasons. And went on to win the league and went on to win.
Yeah, but D, that's that winning mentality. It's in you.
Exactly.
It's your DNA.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
You have to win the small ones.
And that's the problem with Tottenham. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in their DNA. They just can't win trophies. Yeah, they just can't. The last time they won a trophy was 2008, mate. 2008.
And it can't be the Audi Cup. We ain't talking the Audi Cup here. You know what I mean?
So Kane obviously wasn't playing for it because he was in the youth ranks by then.
Right.
Bro, come on, man. You know what I mean? Man City, I believe they have kicked off. It's 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes past 8. So I would assume they have kicked off. We better win the league after to disrespect all the cup. Yeah, for real, Craig, because we chucked it away against Brighton at home in the Carabao Cup, and then we went with a weakened side at the Etihad, lose that game, and then we go and lose to Sporting Lisbon. You know what I mean? In the would have been the last 16, I think. You know what I mean? Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah. Nobody's going to remember second place. Yeah. Let's hope that, we can buck the trend and go and lift the Premier League.
No, shall I tell Chile to come true? He just sent a message.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's mad. It's
Yeah. Let them come true. Let them come true because I think Chile has changed clubs and he needs to explain himself. So we'll wait for him to come.
Yeah. He's trying about blue, wasn't he?
Yeah. So whilst he's doing that,
they still.
Let's discuss your game, D. Nottingham Forest. I mean, that game, going into that game with a depleted squad, and it was depleted.
I was a little nervous,
Yeah, no. I mean,
I was a little nervous. How am I going to play?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Nottingham Forest are, I'm going to say half decent at home, but do you know what I mean? They will give you a game, but watch that game. Anthony scoring that game, and I think the other goal was...
He got the assist, didn't he?
The assist. Yeah, Delort. And that was a very good goal by Delort. I was thinking, whoa. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa.
If you see Delort right, he actually celebrated 5 times for that thing, because he tapped the badge, and then he did the pointing thing to the crowd. I think he did a knee slide. He came back and did a handshake thing with Anthony. It was hilarious. It was like, this brother really milking this goal. But then I get it, as a defender, he doesn't score much, so he had to just really and I think on the road as well, we haven't been great on the road as we've seen this season. So to go there with that depleted squad, the moment, like I said earlier, the moment I see Maguire and Lindelof in a back four, I go, Lord, here we go. Because you have to remember, Forest have got pace. They've got some pacey strikers there that Johnson and the other guy, they can get about.
Brandon Johnson. And,
but I think it was a solid win on the road. There's no complaints there. I would have liked for us to have got our goal difference up. I think, again, we were very wasteful. I think Anthony hit the bar twice, even though he scored. Hit the bar twice in that game. I was thinking, bro, just put that thing in the top bins. I mean, you know what he's going to do, yet you still can't stop it.
Yeah.
Which is quite funny to watch, actually. Because you know he's going to cut in on that left side.
Yeah.
And they still let him cut in. And you think, dude. Yeah, so the two
would you take Leo from AC Milan? Leo. Good. He's a good play. He set up Giroud last night.
Yeah.
And AC Milan going through. I think was it 2-2? Was it 2-1? Because I think it was a draw. Yeah, because they beat them at their ground.
Right.
What's his name? Came back. He scored, didn't he? Osman scored, didn't he?
Yeah, Victor. Yeah.
Victor Osman scored. And I think I'm sure Giroud missed a penalty as well in that game. Yeah, I think he missed a penalty in that game. Yeah, he's a good. This guy. I mean, I'm sure. Well, Arsenal have been linked with everybody. Crying out loud, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Come the summer, I mean, I just think that for us, Arsenal, we need an out and out. We need an out and out. And this is it's going to be interesting come the summer because going into Champions League D, we have to strengthen and have in every position, just like Man City, top quality players. Because going into, I don't want to get embarrassed. I don't want to get embarrassed. I watch Real Madrid and I watch the way them mans didn't even come out of second gear, right? In first gear against Chelsea, and
£600 million Chelsea,
and the speed at which they play at, and they're just Vinicius Junior, Modric. I mean, at his age, just controlled in the middle of the park. The other guy, what's his name? That young Camavinga. Oh, bro, the man is 19, brother.
Yeah.
What a
and the thing is, I think we've all been linked with him, but apparently his agent said he ain't going nowhere.
No.
So, or anywhere, depending on how you want to use that English.
Did you see? I don't know.
That was funny.
What happened there?
That was funny. So it's like, I can't remember who was hugging him, right? And he was cheesing it. And then Maguire just rushed him. And then he just kind of gave him like, get the heck away from me. Look, it was a funny look, man. And I went, and then I wanted to say, nah, bro, don't do Harry like that, man. He's still your captain. But that tells you there's a lack of respect for this guy, especially amongst the younger players. Because I remember with either Rashford or one of them told him to F off one time, though. Like you actually, he came in his face about something, and you could just leave it.
Lip read.
Yeah, and I said he just cursed out the captain. Lord of mercy, and he never got dropped. He never got dropped for the next game. So that tells you that there's a lack of respect for Harry. And I think Ten Hag's handled it fairly well because there's times when he should bring on Lindelof and he brings on Harry because he knows if he don't bring on Harry, the press are gonna go for his neck because of Southgate. So there's times where you know that he needs somebody better on the ball. Okay, I've got to make this sub, and it should be Lindelof. But he brings on Harry because he had to leave Harry with the club captaincy because he knows you've got to sell him, Norm. And if you're trying to sell a player, yes, Alvin Brown, big up yourself. If you're trying to sell a player, you just can't be starting Lindelof over your captain who you're trying to sell in the summer. No. So sometimes I look at it and I say that wasn't a tactical sub, that was a mind game sub by Ten Hag. To say, look, I'm giving him minutes. Someone come and buy him. You know what I mean? So, it will tell you that he's part of his squad, but he's not. Because he can't play the way
if he does go in the summer, which club would take him? Be interested now. Who would he go to?
Southampton, Leicester.
What, Maguire?
Yeah.
No, he's going to want to stay in the Premier. He wants to stay in the Premier League, mate.
Okay, so West Ham maybe. West Ham. And he actually wouldn't get in the Palace side, would he? That current Palace side. I don't know if he get in the Palace side.
Didn't know that, mate. Craig. Wow. All the reason why we need to win this league.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Off that stat, yeah.
Mad.
Yeah, mad. I hear what you say Norman, about him wanting to stay in the Premier League. But it's like I said a few weeks ago.
They wouldn't be able. They just wouldn't be. They just wouldn't be able to afford him if he. You know what I mean? Okay. So the teams that. Okay. So if I just look at the. I'm
looking at the league now, Norman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you now, Crystal Palace, Wolves, Bournemouth, West Ham, Tottenham. You know what? If Harry complained, he complained about 3. You don't know.
Yeah,
he complained about 3 as long as he's got a proper CDM in front of him, or even a double pivot.
Well, then, D, you're saying if he's got a proper CDM, you have Casemiro. What's the problem, bro?
yeah, but you have to remember is that with us, the way he wants us to push up, he'd have to have Casemiro sitting deep all the time to protect Harry. Yeah. So the way he wants to play, as in Eric Ten Hag.
What about here? Wolves,
yeah, there you go. Wolves, Fulham, all the hammers. Yeah, exactly, Calvin. It's them kind of team. That's his level. You have to remember, he got relegated, once with Hull or twice with Hull? Yeah, man. He's been relegated twice, hasn't he?
I know, yeah. It might be with Hull,
with Hull. So that's maybe his levels. As in, Palace, 12, a mid-table team. None of that top 6 are taking him.
Maguire to Burnley?
I'm telling you now, Company ain't taking him. Remember, Company's a defender. So he's a defender who's now a manager. He ain't taking Harry. Trust me on that. You have to remember, Scott.
And you got to remember the way Burnley are playing now under company ball. Yeah.
And Scott, you have to remember that on live TV, Vincent was asked if he would take Ronaldo, and his reply was, "I need a striker who can run." Why do you think he's going to take Harry Maguire? He needs a defender that can run as well. You know what I mean?
No, for real. For real, bro.
He needs a defender that can run. No chance.
Yeah. But I mean, so listen, so even though you say you went into that game, you know,
a little bit, Harry won't take that. Nah, you're right, Kelvin.
No, I mean, you know, your top 4, securing that top 4. I mean, if we're looking at the table,
it's still tight, you know, no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just looking at it, you played 30 games. Obviously, Newcastle did you a favour losing away to us, because for that, the last couple of weeks, it's kind of been exchanging hands. It was like you were third, then Newcastle went back, and then I think it was only because the only reason why there was times where he was on the same amount of points, but then it was because Newcastle got a fast, better goal difference
is horrible. No,
I mean, like plus 24 to you or plus 9. So
plus 9, man, it's still it's worthless, isn't it? Especially when you look at you guys, plus 43 and City plus 50.
50, yeah.
It's just like, where are we going with plus 9? And I get it. Martial was out most of the season. I get it. All the pressure on Rashford, but I just think there's no way we should be that goal difference. Not with the creativity that we have. That's shocking. You got to address that in the summer. You know what I mean? And maybe you do bring in Harry Kane if he wants to come, because I haven't heard Harry Kane say even hint that he fancies a move to United. It's all been paper talk, isn't it? Really. I'd like to see Harry come out. Maybe he can't come out really because it would look a bit bad to come out when they're trying to get top 4. Because if they get top 4, he may stay. You don't know.
Who?
Harry. He may stay at Tottenham if they get top 4. Because I think he really wants to win something with Tottenham, and I get it. But if he's got any ambition, with his legs getting old, he'll move. He'll move.
You know, in that game, when you guys play, when Harry Maguire this was against Nottingham Forest, I was on the ref watch. They said that the Dermot Gallagher came out and said that the referee got it wrong, VAR got it wrong, and this VAR thing again.
Oh, the handball.
Yeah. Because they're saying, because the Mikel Antonio one, Mikel was a little bit aggrieved by that. I was Chili's here now, so let's just bring in Chili.
Yeah,
the Man City supporter.
Chili dog.
Hold on. Chili. Hold on. You don't know how to spell city. It's not TOT, bro.
Oh, look. What's going on, bro?
Say, brother, you're right, man. Yeah, how's the cotton fields today? How was the cotton fields today?
Hot.
Hey, you missed Shiggs. Shiggs was on the show earlier on.
Oh, is it?
So when you get a chance,
he came through. He came through.
He came through. He was on for about half an hour. So when you get a chance, he said send him the links. I sent him the link. So he was on like the first sort of 20-30 minutes of the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you get a chance, watch the playback, man. He was.
He was in the chat, Chili. So no one.
He was in the chat. He was in the chat, man. So
come true, baby. Come true.
Come true. But
Yeah, Jason was in. Jason had to leave as well. And
yeah, Jason was here as well.
Kofi's in the chat.
Kofi's in the chat, and Ez couldn't make it because he's had to work late. I think he's having some discussions with Todd Bowley at the moment.
Yeah, man, stressed out, man. Ez is stressed.
Stressed Ez, man. Stressed Ez, boy. So they were saying that goal, that penalty should have been given. And the other thing as well, they're introducing like they're going to be. Yeah, the handball.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And this is the other thing as well. VAR, the Premier League are going to be introducing more cameras as well because they need to get So
the angle's right.
Yeah, the angle's right. I think they said they're going to introduce another 4 cameras.
Oh wow!
So there was some talk. I don't know what it meant. They were saying it's going to benefit Tottenham. I don't know what that was. What is? They said it's going to benefit Tottenham. No, I'm not. That's not a dig. That's what they just said. They said they're going to have more cameras and it's going to benefit Tottenham. So I don't know what they were on about. Chile, question here, man. 60 million. Come on, where's the receipts, man?
But he's getting bare goals disallowed, no?
Right, you
bro.
He's got a few goals disallowed, hasn't he?
Boy, Chile, your broadband is
Richarlison.
You're on dial-up, brother.
Yeah, he's had a few disallowed, hasn't he now?
If you just freeze in with your Tesco's internet,
I don't know.
Yeah, because D didn't freeze, but you did.
What about now?
Yeah, they don't want him to get no Premier League goals, man.
Yeah, it feels real like there's an agenda there, boy. He's getting bare goals disallowed.
Yeah, big goal he scores disallowed.
That's really for Newcastle. Yeah,
it's all right. When we get Poch back next season, he'll play him more, and you'll see his true value.
Is Poch coming back? Is he coming back, Jilly?
I hope so.
Or is that wishful thinking? Yeah,
wishful thinking. Either Poch or Enrique or whatever his name is. That's all.
So what is how's the talks progressing? Any news on that?
Every day is something different. 1 minute we want someone, then we don't, then we're sounding them out, then we're not, then we're doing due diligence, then we're not.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's Levy, isn't it?
Yeah, always.
Look at last year or whenever it was, 76 days or whatever with our manager.
Yeah,
not good enough.
Nah, yeah, it is mad what's going on at your club, and not only that, Jason Bournemouth coming to your club and putting free past you.
Yeah,
hang on. I know you're not talking about what's going on at anyone's club. What's going on with the squeaky bum?
We're bottle merchants, mate. That's what, man. Bottle merchants. That's what we are.
We're gonna come. Have you got us this weekend?
Shameless. Read all about it.
You guys have got Nicky Brown's, isn't it? Away to Nicky Brown's.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're going away to Nicky Brown's, yeah.
Yeah, Nicky Brown's, on Sunday, Chile, 2 o'clock kickoff. On Sunday.
I thought that we
or have they rearranged that for the FA Cup?
What's that?
Oh no! So the Man City game is Man City Brighton is postponed because they're supposed to play Brighton on Sunday, but they've got the Sheffield United game in the FA Cup.
Arsenal have got Southampton. If you don't get all 3 points
on Friday
on Southampton,
yeah, I mean, yeah, as Jace was saying, if we get a draw or drop any kind of points on Friday at home, then we're done. We're done. That's title. Kaput, finish. Yeah. And it's a disappointing season.
When do we play you? We're going to batter you when you come over to our place.
We play you on Wednesday. Next week, Wednesday.
Is it?
Oh, is it?
Next week, Wednesday. Yeah. Next week, Wednesday. The 20, is it 29th?
Yeah, 20.
Or 20, no, is it 29th or 26th?
26.
26.
Wednesday will be the 26th.
Yeah, 26. Yeah.
Bro.
Mad.
Bro. Kick off 8 o'clock. Bro,
where's that? Is that at their place?
Of course.
Is it our place?
Lord.
It's at Chili's
That's
place.
a hard one to call, bro. Because Tottenham won't want to hand you lot the title. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Tottenham?
No,
City.
No, that's what I was going to say, D. He's a City supporter now.
Oh, yeah. You kind of... I ain't keeping up, Chile. My bad. I ain't keeping up, mate. You're a blue man now. All right. Welcome to Manchester, Chile. The city is still red.
Well, listen, it's a lovely blue city, isn't it? It's very blue up here.
You wish.
Well, listen,
the city is ours, mate.
If we drop points, I'm not tuning into the show next week. Scott, I'll probably won't even do the show next week, mate. What are you talking about?
If you drop points to Southampton, I'm going New Zealand to find Scott and ask him what happened.
Oh, Leroy Sané just missed a big chance. As it currently stands, Bayern Munich 0, Manchester City 0 in the 80th minute. Now, this is interesting, yeah? AC Milan could face Inter Milan in the semi-finals.
Oh, wow.
Because they're leading at the moment 1-0 against Benfica.
See.
Oh yeah, they're 3-0 up on aggregate. Yeah. So they're going to meet AC Milan. Then I can't see nothing but Inter Milan win there and then beat.
Is Mane playing?
Has
he played?
Mane? For Bayern Munich. I think I don't know. Is he been Muslim?
I'm just checking now. I'm checking now. No.
I'm just looking at the lineup.
Nah, he's not.
He's not in the squad. He's not in the squad.
Nah.
Yeah. No, he's in the squad.
No,
he's in there.
He's on the bench. On the bench.
Yeah, but the thing is, I thought that he was going to be suspended for this game.
No, it's what they did. I think they done him a month's salary, and I think he missed the league game. At the weekend, something like that. Yeah. And then he had to do a public apology and all the rest of it. So. But I heard that it was kicking his butt as well.
Did you hear what he's meant to have said, though?
No,
who's that?
Apparently, Sane.
Is it?
Apparently, he said something racist to Mane. I don't know how that works, but...
Well, we lose it. The women. I know this doesn't float.
Come on, United.
This doesn't float Chile's boat. So Man United women. Arsenal women do it. Right, yo,
come on, United.
No, don't get me cancelled. Keep it down. Keep it down. Yeah,
there are ladies in the chat.
Keep it down. Right, let's quickly just move on to the last thing, and that's obviously the prediction league table.
Yeah,
and Kofi is moving like
Liverpool.
He's moving like Liverpool, mate. He's now 5 points behind Chile. He's the only one that scored.
Look at Kofi. He hasn't had no reds in the last 5 weeks.
Yeah, he's the one.
No red dots.
Yeah,
he's the one that's in form at the moment.
Go on, Kofi. Kofi's on form, man.
Oh,
and Marie.
Listen, absolutely, ladies on the chat. So, Chile, behave, man.
I didn't say a word.
Kofi is moving up there swiftly. Ez is still sitting in the Europa League position. Yeah. I'm on 15 points. So what we're gonna do, guys, is, as I say, put it into the What's Going On podcast chat. This is for the people that are doing the prediction league table. Obviously, Jason now has joined our What's Going On group. And he's also in the group chat as well, but he's exempt from this because this has been going on for 30 games. So Jace can just watch on and see who comes out as the triumphant winner. Chile's only 4 points behind you.
I know, Chile's coming through.
You know what I mean? So letting it out, man. I'm
Chile, you're gonna have to be tactful there now. You're gonna have to look at. I know you're gonna go for a team that's is gonna win. I know you're gonna go for a team that's gonna win this weekend.
When do I ever do that? I go for the random ones, man.
But listen, you could close the gap because D's form, even though has not been brilliant, last week he did get it spot on.
Mine and D's are almost the same.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Almost.
So obviously, we are going to go for a prediction for this weekend's game. I'm gonna
go for Southampton 4, Arsenal 0.
Put it in the chat then. I dare you.
No.
Do I go for Arsenal? No, I can't. I was gonna go for Arsenal again this week, but I'm gonna look to
go for Fulham Leeds. Norman.
No, man, you're having a lot. You're going for
Fulham Leeds. Huh?
Fulham Leeds.
Oh,
nah, I'm just a Liverpool Forest, mate.
You joker.
What have
Actually,
you
I
done?
put 3-1.
What do you put? 3-1?
A 3-1, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But
no, that's it.
Maybe that should be 3-0. I don't know. 3-1. Do Forest score. Forest
are you playing at home?
Liverpool are playing at home.
I don't think they're going to score. I don't think they're going to get anything. I don't think they're going to get anything at Liverpool.
I've changed that to 3-0 now. Yeah, I'm going to change to 3-0.
Okay, so Scott is going for Arsenal 4, Southampton 0. Right, Chili, who are you going for?
I'm thinking I might go Bournemouth West Ham for a Desmond's.
Or 2-1.
No, I'm going to say West Ham. I'm going to say 2-1 West Ham.
Do you know what? Oh, Fulham Leeds. Oh. Leeds were terrible defensively.
Yeah, they were so bad, man.
Do you know what? I'm going to go. You got Brentford, Aston Villa, Man United. That's postponed, isn't it?
That's postponed. Yeah.
And then AFC Bournemouth.
No, we got to go with Arsenal, bro. Southampton.
Nah, because I went with Arsenal last week.
I thought you went Man City. Oh no, it went Man City. Kofi.
Yeah, Kofi went with that.
Go with Man City. Yeah,
Kofi went with that.
Newcastle, Tottenham, man, that's a game. That's a 6-pointer right there.
What?
Yeah, they've got top 4 anyway. We're not going to catch them.
Yeah, because Tottenham, Newcastle. That's a huge game, Chili.
I know.
Because if Tottenham beat them, that's game on for top 4. For Tottenham, that's game on. If they beat Newcastle, for sure.
Top 4. When we conceded against Bournemouth.
I'm not going to go for I'm going to go. Gosh.
I want a Saturday game anyway. I'm going to go for
AFC
Crystal Palace, Everton. There you go.
There's some hard games, man. Palace,
Everton. I can't call. Do you know what? I'm gonna just go out on a limb. I'm gonna go for Fulham. Is that an early kickoff?
Yeah,
right,
12:30.
I'm gonna go Fulham because they went away to thinking and beat them 3 whatever. I'm gonna go Fulham. 3-1. 3-1. Leeds haven't really yet.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go OAP manager 2-1.
Okay.
Palace Everton 2-1. Cool.
Okay, so D, I mind we already read it. So yeah, but yeah, the one with the green tick is the one that you're going for. Then,
yeah. That's
right. I'm gonna go Fulham. I'm gonna go Fulham 3. He's going for his
OAPFC again. That's what I'm about.
2-1. That's a good shout, JD. That's a good shout.
Yeah, that is a good one.
I mean, but Brentford are playing Villa again. That's mad, then. I just realised that.
Yeah, but is that
Yeah, it's at Brentford. It's at Brentford. Yeah, it's Brentford.
Okay. So
basically 3. I thought you were going to say 2.
I'm going to go 3, man. I think they put 3 past Leeds. Did you see what Liverpool done to them at their ground? Yeah. So I'm going Fulham 3, Leeds 1. So we'll be just waiting for Kofi to put in his 1, Ez to put in his 1,
and
then we'll have Ez and Kofi to have a full house hopefully. Is he going to?
What were you man saying about Chelsea,
mate? Just quickly because
bare jokes.
They're bare jokes. They're bare jokes. I mean, chill. £600 million spent. Okay, Kofi's game. Brentford 1, Villa 2. Okay, Kofi's been tactical now, bro.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting on. We're just waiting on Ez. Question: where do you see Man? Where do you see Man City dropping points?
That's the problem.
Right, they've got 2 games away, which is Brighton, which is going to be a rearranged game, and Brentford. I'm hoping that they drop points in one of those games. It will probably be.
That means then after this weekend they're going to have 2 games in hand on you.
So basically we play Friday. If we beat, that's what I'm saying. If we lose or draw against Southampton this Friday at home, I don't come on the show. Yeah, I just hand over everything to D and you, Chili. Yeah, you can take over the show, change the name, do what you want. Yeah, that's gone. But if we do win, we'll go 7 points clear with Man City having 2 games in hand, and then we play them on.
And you've got to play them.
Yeah, which is next week Wednesday.
Well, you know what? If you look at City, the only 2 places I see that they could potentially drop points is away to Brighton and away to Brentford. Everything else, and then at home to you guys. All the rest of them games.
I was going to say, what about Arsenal?
Yeah. And they're home to Arsenal. But on the road, they could come and stock at Brighton. They could come and stock at Brentford on the road.
As you said early on, D, because going for the treble, because there's a possibility that they can win the FA Cup, the Premier League, and the Champions League.
Yeah.
Will that kind of sort of play on their mind? Do you know what I mean?
The Champions League definitely going to play on their mind, Norm. I think you've seen it in the past where Pep overthinks and starts tweaking where he don't need to, and that's what you man's got to be hoping for, that he overthinks the situation and maybe drops a Haaland and says I need him super fresh for the Champions League, and then it don't quite work with Alvarez, and then they drop points.
Yeah,
or you know what I mean, and that's what you're going to hope, that even Pep in his own mind overthinks himself, because you've seen him do it in the Champions League so often, Norm.
We have got the tougher running though, because as I say, we've got to go away to Newcastle. We've got Chelsea at home, obviously away to Man City, and then we've got Brighton at home, Wolves at home.
Chelsea ain't got nothing for Arsenal.
Listen, Chelsea. If you look at it, listen. West Ham haven't played well all
Chelsea
season. They turn up.
A goal, man.
I know it's terrible. They're terrible. They're
absolutely
terrible.
Minus 3 goal difference.
Minus 3. They've conceded more than they've scored.
No, I'm looking at City's running. City have got Brighton, they got they got Fulham, they got West Ham, they got Leeds, they've got Everton, they got Chelsea and Brentford.
It's out. It's out.
You shameless boy. You absolutely shameless boy. Listen. Just talking quickly of Mudryk, yeah. Yesterday, mate, he had his chance. Somebody said, I think it was Jason. Did you see the fear in that guy's eyes yesterday? Right, the man is running. He's in on goal, and you're thinking he's going to do an Henry-esque thingy. Man just puts it wide left of the post. So he's coming in.
Yeah.
And he's got a chance to open up his body, and the man puts it to the left hand side of the post.
Yeah.
And thank you, Todd Bowley. Thank you very much, Todd Bowley. 85 million or 90 million well spent, mate.
The price tag is weighing heavy on him. I'm about to say that. And the thing is,
contracts as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, the contract should go in his favour, Chili. As in the player's favour, that you know that you're guaranteed money. But as in the price tag the price tag just heaps so much. We've seen it over the years. Maguire's a prime example. 85 million. And then Ollie gives him the captain's armband on top
of
that.
Is that what you get for him? You thought you were
we got mugged off.
Van Dijk and you got slabbed.
Got mugged up. Whoa, this is Ollie, this is. Because you have to remember, he had people in his ear.
English tax, mate. English tax.
Yeah, and he had people in his ear saying, look at him at the World Cup. Yeah, but look at him playing in a back 10 at the World Cup, being well protected.
I always think you shouldn't buy players off the back of a tournament.
Retarded. Yeah. I think it was a panic buy as well, because we needed a defender. And it was like, well, look at Harry. Look at Harry at the World Cup. And you're like, whoa, hold on. He played for Leicester. Let's not get that twisted now. The World Cup has the so-called best players in England getting together. He's going to look great with the best players in England playing for the country. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it like that. Yeah. But we were so naive there. So naive. I said it last week. Give him back to Leicester, apologise and move on. No price tag, just give him back.
or D, you can still do that little deal with Chile.
With Chile, Chile and Phoenix.
How's the brokering going at the moment?
I've got man like Haaland in my team. We ain't entertaining them man there. Leave John Stones alone. He can do a job for us.
Is this what Chile? Is this what Tottenham has done to you? Like is this what Tottenham's done to you? Chile, is this what Tottenham has done to you, mate? Hey, is this what Tottenham's done to you?
Listen, if you know how vexed I was, right? What happened was I was at work, and so I was getting it back and forth to the game, and obviously we were losing. In the 88th minute, we equalised. I'm sending Abs messages telling him about Chelsea this, Chelsea that. I was driving home and they said Tottenham lost 3-2. I said, how when we scored in the 88th minute?
Yeah.
This is the history of the Tottenham. This is the
players.
History.
The players, huh?
The players. This is the players. This is the players. Yeah.
They're doing foolishness there, subbing the substitute. What the hell, man?
Yeah, that was shocking, weren't it?
Chile. Oh, Benfica just equalised 1-1. But it's a madness what happened with Sanchez. Bro, who's the better player, Sanchez or? Because I know you have this debate on Shigs's show.
On Shigs's show, Is
it Sanchez or who?
Well, I honestly don't know who's worse.
The guy.
But I will say that. Yeah, that was disrespectful, man. You don't do that to your own players, and you don't continue to do it as well. That was
Jimmy on the cherry 8.
He's on the cherry 8 tonight, and he's
the cherry B.
The
cherry B, Roman.
The cherry B. The cherry B. That's it.
I mean, look.
So do I. At the end of the day, if Tottenham, if any Premiership or Championship side came to sign me, I'd go and play for them. I know that I'm not good enough, but if they want to pay me a load of money, then I'll go and play. Exactly. You can't blame Sanchez.
And Chile, you could probably bet your bottom dollar. You could probably bet your bottom dollar as well. You know, the same hassle that Saka got after missing the penalty. You know, those keyboard trollers, you know what I mean? Not absolutely, you know what I mean? Those people should be, I don't know, it's just crazy that, you know, you're going on the pitch, you know, 22 men on that pitch, you know, going out there.
And that's the other thing, Norman, you hit the nail on the head. It's not boxing, it's not one-on-one. You know what I mean? So you can't blame it all on Sanchez.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
Why aren't we scoring more goals? That's nothing to do with Sanchez.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was culpable for the 2 of the goals, though. I'm not gonna lie. But,
what they done was bad, man. They booed when he came on. They booed when he touched the ball.
Yeah.
And then they booed when he got soaked, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't do that to your own players,
and
man.
That was the first match his parents have been to since COVID, and that's
done
to him.
Really?
Just heard that Haaland's just missed a penalty.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Really?
My daughter just
have a word with him. I might have to go back to Tottenham.
The city is ours.
You know what? He's done. Yeah, but you check this though, guys. Check this though. Yeah. He's done a Saka. He's blazed it over the bar.
Has he?
Well, let's see what sort of abuse he gets.
Right, he hit the nail on the head, mate. Yeah. Let's see what they got to say about him. Let's go and check out Twitter.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think anyone should get abused.
Should get abused. Full stop. Yeah.
You know what? I'm just realizing
anyone can miss a penalty. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm just realizing that
everyone. Messi's missed penalties. Ronaldo's missed penalties.
Yeah.
So you were saying quickly before we
I was just saying I forgot that Cancelo plays for Bayern. Forgot about that.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't a yellow card anyway.
I don't see him coming back to Man City.
I think,
I mean, I think
him and Pepper done it.
He's burnt his bridges there, mate. So it is what it is, mate. But listen, people, we have come to the end of the show. Chile has arrived from the cotton fields. You know what I mean? And I
was driving down from Manchester, man. I went up to see what it was like, and it was just lovely and blue. I didn't see no red. I didn't see no green and gold. I didn't see no
blue moon.
The city is ours.
Yeah, that blue moon. That's what I can see.
Bro. But people in the chat, I really appreciate it. Thank you, Scott, who's talking in the future. Man. It's probably about
big up yourself every time,
7:30, 8:30 in the morning. They're big up to you every time, man. To Craig,
big up.
A couple of new people in the chat. Mr. Monk, was it Monkey? What was his name?
West Monkey or Monkey Spanner?
Monkey Spanner, I think it was.
Monkey Spanner,
West Ham supporter.
Yeah.
So but it is what it is. But listen, people, thank you so much. Please hit that like button, smash that like button, subscribe and share if you're new. And we will be back. Well, Friday, hopefully, we will have that 7-0 lead. And then
are you doing a watch along, Norman?
Listen, watch along. I'll be smashing up everything in the house, man. But you know what? I was meant to do a couple of watch-alongs for my son was trying to sort of persuade me to a watch-along for when we was in the Europa League, and we had it all set up and everything, and then got all the green screen out and everything, and I thought, I can't be bothered. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think come next season, if we win the league,
a couple in it.
I might do a couple.
You ain't winning it. It's coming back to Manchester.
Bro, you are shameless, man. But on that note, people, please hit that like button, subscribe and share if you're new. As I say, we're on the road to 300.